Good evening, Tallahassee. We have a great show for you today.
I'm student meteorologist Michael Onden.
And I'm student meteorologist Sammy Squires.
Yeah, today was one of those days where I call it a raw day. It was just cloudy, cool, a little rainy, just disgusting outside.
I just want to stay in bed all day. I had class and
I know.
It made me sleepy, you know.
I know. Compared to these last few days, you could really feel how cool it was today. We barely reached 70 degrees. It was just disgusting outside.
I do appreciate days like this, though, where I can relax and I mean,
yeah.
We get a lot of sun here, so.
Yeah, and after all these like warm, summery kind of days, we finally got a little taste of fall. We'll continue with that fall kind of weather for the next few days, which I'm really enjoying.
Yeah, we are actually staying around the averages this next week, which we haven't been doing, so we'll touch on that a little later as well.
Yeah, we'll clear out for Veterans Day and have a great Veterans Day weekend. But for now, let's send it out to the wall with Becca with a look at our overview for tonight's show. Yeah, so let's now go and pick our state for the week. And so we've had this weekly tradition of picking a state. For later in the show, we're going to pick Kansas, which I really enjoy.
We already did pick Kansas.
Yeah,
so
we picked Kansas last week, so we'll talk about it.
State?
Oh, okay, so we're going to do Wyoming for next week.
Wyoming.
Yeah, I really enjoy Wyoming.
Have you been to Wyoming?
Is there anything in Wyoming? I don't really know anything in Wyoming.
Wyoming. I guess we'll find out next week. There will be.
Is Yellowstone in Wyoming? I'm not sure if Yellowstone's in Wyoming. I think it's nearby. I think Yellowstone's in Montana.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but next week we're gonna forecast Wyoming. It'll
Maybe see different cities that we didn't even know were there.
Cities we'll enjoy.
So, but now we're gonna take it back out for the overview.
All right, welcome back. So over the past 24 hours, we've seen a really significant change in temperature, specifically for our neck of the woods, a decrease. So following the cold front that we felt today that came in last night, early morning, we saw a 17-degree difference here. Valdosta had a 15-degree drop, and then as you go more north, it gets a little bit less severe, but still a pretty big difference. Satellite and radar show this. So as we can see, following the cold front, we had some moisture come through, a little bit of cloudiness, and of course cold temperatures. Our 3-day forecast, we're going to be seeing on Friday, though, the temperatures do hike back up and we do get the cold front clearing out a little bit. Saturday, it's cleared completely back out. We get to enjoy our nice, long, wonderful, very, very well-earned long weekend. And then by Sunday, it has come back in with a weaker front, but we are going to see a 20% chance of cloud cover and rain. And so what this really translates to for us in the next few days, today is going to be cloudy, and as we've seen, but things do clear up. I know I'm going down to Orlando. I'm going to be definitely enjoying it. So it's going to clear up for Veterans Day just long enough to enjoy it, and then the week should clear up and be nice and warm. Going to Brittany now.
Thank you, Becca. All right, today's almanac. Today we saw a high of 70 degrees. Now this is actually below our average, something we haven't been seeing the last couple of days. Our low is 62, is above average. We're used to 49, but this is nowhere near our record 21 degrees set in 1976. Currently, the temperature is 62. We saw those cloudy skies throughout the day. They're still hanging around. Our dew point is at 58, and because our dew point is so close to our temperature, our humidity is at 86%, so you're definitely feeling the humidity outside. Winds are coming out of the north at 9 miles per hour. Currently, we have these upper 50s, 60s around this Big Bend area. Again, 62 in Tallahassee, 63 in Wilmot. We get a little warmer down by the coast in Apalachicola, but pretty nice, cool temperatures compared to the last couple of days. Our dew points throughout the area are pretty similar, 58 again in Tallahassee, 56 in Valdosta, and 59 in Perry. So you're definitely kind of feeling a little humid outside right now. And you can see the rain that came in through the area with that cold front. Tallahassee, we kind of just missed this edge that came in. We definitely got some spotty showers around the area, but the bulk of the rain stayed in southern Alabama and southern Georgia. And you can see those clouds are going to make its way through, and the skies are going to clear up as that high pressure starts to move in and dominate our area. And look at this 24-hour temperature change, 17 degrees in Tallahassee. Definitely feeling that. I felt that on my way to class. I left and it was kind of hot, humid, and when I was leaving class, it was actually chilly outside. 12 degrees we went down in Panama City, and you could start to seeing it warm back up actually in Louisiana. The cold front moved through, and we're already getting back up into those regular temperatures. Now, our future dew points. Right now, we're sitting at 52, but as we progress, our dew points are going to drop drastically. This dry air is going to filter in, and we're going to go down all the way to 33 in Tallahassee. And you can see this grayish color indicating this extremely dry air out here. For tonight, we're going to see we're going to start to see our temperature drop at 62. We'll cool down, as well as our cloud cover is going to decrease, so we'll have some clearer skies as the night progresses. And about midnight, we're going to see a temperature of 57 degrees. So we're definitely going to get those cooler temperatures, and we're going to start to feel a little more like average, a little more like winter is coming. For tomorrow, the high is going to be 73 degrees. The clouds will start to clear out as the day progresses. Just a beautiful day for tomorrow for no class, so get outside tomorrow. Winds coming out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. For the 5-day forecast, again, we'll have those clouds dissipating as Friday moves on, high of 73. Saturday, high of 69. We won't even get into those 70s, so it's going to be a beautiful day on Saturday. Sunday, we're going to introduce another cold front that will come by. We're going to get a small chance of rain, and we'll have that high of 73. Monday into Tuesday, we're going to see temperatures in this mid-70s, but for now, we're going to send it over to Michael.
Thanks, Brittany. So across the southeast, we've been tracking this cold front moving through the region, and it's finally been giving some cooler air to the interior sections of the southeast. You can see it's 54 here in my hometown of Atlanta, 55, similar temperature in Montgomery, and 62 in Tallahassee. We're finally getting that cooler air from that cold front, but you can see here in Central and South Florida, they haven't had that cold front move through. So it's 80 in Orlando and 81 in Miami. From 24 hours ago, you can see it is much colder in Tallahassee, as Brittany was saying. The cold front moved through earlier this morning, and so it is 17 degrees cooler than it was yesterday at this time, 12 degrees cooler than it was this time yesterday in Savannah. But when we look west, in the western part of the southeast, you can see it's already starting to warm up ahead of another cold front that is going to come down to the southeast Saturday into Sunday. The dew points are starting to lower also with that first cold front, 58 here in Tallahassee, but you can see the higher dew points ahead of the front with 65 in Orlando and 71 in Miami. The Futurecast dew point shows you these dew points continue to lower with that first cold front moving through, and then eventually as we go through the weekend, the second cold front basically reinforces the dropping of these dew points into the 20s in Atlanta, 26 in Atlanta and 23 in Little Rock. Here in Tallahassee, 36 will be our dew point. The radar shows that cold front beginning to exit the southeast and clearing out behind it. You can see that rapid clearing north of Montgomery and in Tupelo and Little Rock. And the water vapor shows you the dry air behind that cold front, allowing for that clearing of those clouds and moisture. Let's look at some of the cities across the southeast. First with Shreveport. Very nice Friday for those who have those day off for Veterans Day. 67 on Friday, 68 on Saturday. Now we will introduce that rain chance of 20% on Sunday due to that next cold front. Similar story for Little Rock. Very nice Friday and Saturday with 57 and 60 degrees respectively. Rain chances will be back on Sunday with that cold front. Same story in Nashville with 51 and 62 in Nashville on Friday and Saturday. Sunday, a 30% chance of rain due to that cold front. And in Atlanta, similar story. Very nice Friday and Saturday, and a 20% chance of rain on Sunday due to the cold front. For tonight, expect a low of 44 in Atlanta, 52 here in Tallahassee, but the warmer conditions down in central and southern Florida with 67 in Orlando and 74 in Miami. Tomorrow, sunny conditions across the southeast. but some more clouds across the panhandle, across the peninsula of Florida. Now let's send it off to the lab with Sammy.
All right, thanks, Michael. We are going to switch gears and talk about tornadoes, specifically the EF scale, which is the Enhanced Fujita scale. Now, the Enhanced Fujita scale assesses damage from winds and the actual damage the tornado produces. So, if we talk about the first scale, it is a EF0, which means wind speeds are 65 to 85 miles per hour, and there is light damage, which is still severe though, because it is a tornado touching down, or it could be not touching down, depending on where the location is, etc. EF1 is 86 to 110 miles per hour. There is moderate damage and some damage to roofs, including mobile homes, and vehicles can also be moved with these kind of tornadoes. The EF2 is 111 to 135 miles per hour. Now, there's significant damage associated with these tornadoes, including roofs torn off, mobile homes can be destroyed, and large trees can be uprooted. An EF3 is 136 to 165 miles per hour. There is severe damage, including majority of trees uprooted, and trains can even be overturned, and vehicles can be lifted as well. An EF4 is 166 to 200 miles per hour. Now, there is complete devastation. Structures can be blown away, and large debris can be lifted. And lastly, an EF5, which is very severe. It can be over 200 miles per hour. Complete devastation. Most structures are destroyed, and debris, including large vehicles, can be fired in the sky. So these tornadoes are very severe, including all tornadoes as well. But now we are going to take it back to Michael.
Thanks, Sammy. So across the nation, we have a lot going on in terms of the weather. You can see we have that cold front down in the southeast, starting to exit the southeast and setting up for a great Veterans Day weekend. Up in the upper Midwest, you can see it's 17 degrees in Minneapolis. That is that cold Arctic air from Canada, and that's going to move east into the northeast by this weekend. And we also have a low pressure system beginning to enter the northwest, where it is currently 47 degrees in Seattle with rainy conditions. Now let's take a closer look at that low pressure system entering the northwest. You can see rain across Seattle and Portland with snow in the Cascade Mountains. That will continue into tonight, and it will start to move east into tomorrow. Here's the cold front down in the southeast. You can see it is starting to exit. Okay.
All right, let's take a look at our state of the week. Kansas is what we picked last week.
Yeah.
So overall, we just saw really cloudy conditions. So just pretty cloudy conditions throughout Kansas. And these are the lows today. Look at these lows, 23 and
Talk about the fog.
Thank you, Brittany. We are going to talk about fog for our next section. So we have been experiencing a lot of fog these last
this
few
has
days.
really become a pretty big issue down here. With we had radiation fog over the last few weeks.
Yeah, so what radiation fog is radiation that exits Earth and cools rapidly in the morning. But what we had today was different. It was advection fog.
Yes, we had more of the warm, moist air that mixes with the cool air and lowers the dew point so that we're able to have more fog.
Yeah, definitely. And also associated with that is plenty of clouds, which we have been experiencing, which is different for our mornings.
Yeah, much more gloomy than the Sunshine State really usually gets.
Yeah, but it's not bad. I mean, I like being able to sleep in the mornings and wake up not with blaring sun coming through my windows.
Variety is the spice of life, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
but fog can actually be dangerous as well.
Yes.
So driving in the fog especially.
Yeah. You have more more dangerous road conditions, especially if you try to use your brights on your headlights, and that can actually prove to be more dangerous and blind people.
So make sure you focus on the road if you are driving in that fog. But now we are going to head it over to the wall.
Thanks, guys. So what we were saying earlier, the cold Arctic air in the upper Midwest and that low pressure system up in the Northwest, we were showing you this closer look at that low pressure system, giving snow in the Cascades and rain in Seattle and Portland. And then we were showing you this this cold front exiting the southeast, clearing east of Savannah, Jacksonville, and moving down south into central and southern Florida. Here's another look at those weather features with the low pressure system up in the Northwest and that cold front beginning to move out of the southeast. Now, this cold front is giving some cold Arctic air behind it for the northern part of the U.S. For here in the south, it's not going to give cooler air. Basically, it's just going to reinforce the cooler air and give us more drier air. Now, let's take a closer look at these two cold fronts. The first one that was affecting us yesterday and today, that will move out, and it will set up for a very nice Friday and Saturday. Now, this cold front right here is going to start to move south, bringing really cold conditions up to the north, and then it's basically going to reinforce our drier air in the southeast. And there you can see it will approach Tallahassee by this weekend. You can see the 24 temperature change showing warmer conditions in the Texas area, and let's send it back to Sammy with a look at Kansas, is it?
Actually, we are going to be looking at our local for today. We are experiencing high temps right now of around 70 degrees, which has been very chilly, but it is right around the average that we are supposed to be. Gainesville is experiencing temperatures around 80 degrees, following Orlando, the center of our state, to be 84 degrees, also being the high. We have temperatures in around the Big Bend area, including Pensacola, being 65 degrees. Our dew point is showing temperatures feeling pretty comfortable for most of the state. Tallahassee being 58 degrees, Panama City 55, and Pensacola 51 degrees. A little bit up north, we are experiencing temperatures a little lower, Montgomery being 50 degrees for that dew point. Our current winds are pretty much in our low 10s to around 3, excuse me. Jacksonville 16, and Valdosta is 7, going south. Also Tallahassee. So you could see those wind patterns going straight down. Pensacola, being on the coast, is experiencing a little bit higher winds of 14 miles per hour. You could see these wind patterns start to switch within these next few hours very slowly and start to go south. We also are experiencing winds after that to go a little bit more west, and then we will be experiencing those winds for the next few days as well. Tonight, we will be around 62 degrees at 7 p.m., dropping down to 59 degrees and into 57 degrees, which will make it a decent night for your Thursday night. Our day planner for tomorrow, wake up nice and chilly out, 51 degrees, and it'll get all the way up to 67 to 73 degrees and be a perfect Friday for your Veterans Day weekend. Around 3 p.m. you will be experiencing that high temperature. For the last 7 days, we have been above the average. The average is 73 degrees, and you can see our temperatures are well above that. 81, 84, 85. Those are very warm temperatures to our average of 73. Our average low is 47, and look at this, 64 right below me. That is very high for our lows. We did experience last Friday being 49 degrees for that low, though. The week ahead, we are experiencing a little bit more average temperatures. That average is supposed to be 73, and we are 75, 74, 76 for the week ahead. And those lows are supposed to be 47, and we are tomorrow going to experience 52, all the way down to 43, excuse me, by Wednesday for your week ahead. Now we are going to take a look with Michael.
Thanks, Sammy. So every week here at FSU Weather, we give you a weekly trivia question that we post on Twitter. So with the last few mornings being very foggy, we decided to ask you this question. What type of fog did we see in Tallahassee this past Monday and Tuesday morning? So we have A, valley fog, which is basically when you have cooler air at the surface but warmer air aloft, causing that fog within the valleys. Advection fog, which usually happens in the southeast. Advection fog actually happens ahead of a cold front. Radiation fogs usually happen to the southeast on those clear days. And D, upslope fog, which usually occurs near the mountains. So there are your 4 choices. Now, since we don't have a show on Friday due to Veterans Day, we will give you the answer to this trivia question next week. Now, let's send it back out to the wall with a look at our local forecast.
Thank you, Michael. We're going to take a look at our outdoor activities and events going on for this coming up weekend. Now, Thursday night football, NFL, we have Seattle at Arizona. This is their color rush game, so that crowd is going to be extremely colorful. Temperature 73 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. A really beautiful night in Glendale, Arizona. For our FSU volleyball team here in Tallahassee, we have 2 games, Friday at 6:30 versus Clemson, a pretty beautiful night, clear skies and 64. And then on Sunday at 1 p.m. It will be a home game versus Boston College. We'll see that high as 69. So if you're walking into the game, it's going to be a beautiful day to get out there. And for our FSU softball team, we're going to be playing in Marianna, Florida, not too far from here. We're actually going to be doing a doubleheader game. The first game is at 4 o'clock. And the temperature will be 68 degrees then. And as we move on to our 6 o'clock game, the temperature is going to be 71. So it's going to cool down a couple of degrees and sunny skies. So it's going to be extremely beautiful if you're out supporting our FSU softball. For the women's soccer, we're playing Ole Miss here in Tallahassee. This is the first round of our NCAA tournament. 62 degrees. I used to play soccer. This is beautiful soccer weather to get out there and also to watch the game. For our women's basketball team, this is our season opener, Friday at 7 p.m. versus North Florida here in Tallahassee. Beautiful night, 62 degrees, so if you're walking into the game, beautiful night again. And then Sunday at 4:30 versus Jacksonville State. This is in Alabama. 20% chance of rain due to that cold front moving through the area, and the temperature around that time is going to be 54 degrees. And for the FSU softball team, we're going to be playing Clemson Saturday at 3:30. 45 degrees up in Clemson, South Carolina. Very chilly. So if you're up there supporting our team, it's going to be really cold. Bring a jacket. Winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for our basketball team, this is another season and home opener game. We're going to be playing George Washington Tuesday at 7 p.m., 59 degrees, clear skies. Another chilly night. Bring a coat if you're walking to the game. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour, so it will be a little breezy outside. And for the fair is going to be here until Sunday, so it is a beautiful weekend for fair weather. Friday, those clouds are going to decrease throughout the day, so at nighttime, clear skies. 73 degrees during the day, 51 at night. So if you're heading to the fair this weekend, definitely bring a coat. Even for Saturday, that high is 69. So if you're cold easily, definitely bring a light jacket, a light long sleeve top. That low is going to be 47 at night. So if you're up on those fair rides with that wind, it's going to be pretty cold. And for that golf index, if you're going golfing tomorrow around the area, it's going to be really nice. Our golf index is at a 5. Great, beautiful day for golf. And again, our 5-day, we'll look at that chance of rain on Sunday for that cold front moving through, and that sunshine will increase throughout the week. But for now, we're going to hand it over to Becca.
All right, thank you so much. So we can see for our current conditions, we're having 62 degrees, nice and overcast. It's a nice bit of difference from the past few days we've been having. We have had a decrease in dew point as well as temperature. These have mostly been due to the winds coming down from the north. So they've been strong, they've been dry, but they've not necessarily been warm, and they've really pushed the cold front into our neck of the woods. And we can see this again here. If you know what to look for a cold front, there's a little bit of an uptick in the warm temperature just before it, and we can see that right around here. So in the morning, the warm front came through, and then it really hit us around 1 p.m. It knocked us down quite a bit. And this was when we saw our cold front that we've been enjoying for all day long, those nice jacket kind of days. And again, with our radar, we saw a little bit of precipitation. This has mostly moved out of the way by now. Again, with the cloud cover that came following the edge of the cold front, you can see this leading edge here is where the cold front starts, and it's going to move south, but it's seriously going to dissipate by the time it gets to the bottom of the state. Our temperatures, again, pretty nice, 62 for us, and then lower temperatures as you get to where the cold front has already hit us. So 57 in Thomasville, 58 in Valdosta, 59 in Quincy, so around 60 for the area. And then this has been driven home by the fact that our temperature change has been really, really heavy following this cold front. 17 degrees for us, 18 for Thomasville, 15 for Valdosta. Not quite as hard for the areas that have not been hit by the cold front yet. And then again with our winds, we saw this cold front come almost directly down from the north. So we had winds from the north at 9 miles per hour, and then areas around that likewise, similar direction, similar speed. For tonight, it's going to continue to drop, but those clouds are going to move out, so it's a bit of a trade-off. It's going to be pretty nice, all things considered. Winds are going to decrease. It's just going to steadily improve over the course of this week. The course of the day. So tomorrow, it is going to be a little bit cloudy. It should be somewhat cloudy if you do. We do have school off, so if you want to wake up that early, you'll see a little bit of overcast days. When I want to wake up, you're going to be seeing more of the patchy skies, and then by the time that the afternoon rolls around, it'll be nice and sunny. Wonderful way to start our weekend. But watch out for this, because on Sunday, the cold front that we just got away from is going to make a return. It's not going to be as strong. It's only going to bring a 20% chance of rain, and it's only going to have a small decrease in our low temperatures. Our highs really should stay solid, but watch out for that as the week comes together. And now passing it off to Brittany and Michael at the desk.
So thanks, Becca. So we were looking at that 7-day forecast, and I love how we're finally getting some average weather for this time of year. Finally some fall weather.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely a fan of this, especially compared to those 80s that we were seeing earlier in the week. Not feeling like winter, but I'm okay with these teases of winter that keep coming in.
Yeah, not too cold, but just at that 70-degree mark. I really enjoy that weather. Friday, you'll notice that there'll be some clouds in the morning, but it will clear out really quickly, setting up for a really nice afternoon. I know I'm heading out to the golf course with Jake tomorrow, so I'm really enjoying to finally bask in that fall weather. That
golf index is a 5, so that's perfect weather for tomorrow. And also that chance of rain comes back Sunday with that second front coming in. And we're really not going to see those colder temperatures, though.
Yeah, and the seasonable weather will stick through next week, which I will enjoy. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter and follow us on Facebook.
And watch us live on YouTube, youtube.com/FSUweather/live.
Especially don't forget about our Instagram, where we post some pretty neat weather pics from here in Tallahassee and around the local region. So for all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Michael Anand.
And I'm student meteorologist Brittany Bowman. Have a good
night.